Hey guys, it's Morgan and Jake. We are here with our friends Brandon and Maddie. We're obviously on the boat out in the ocean. We're gonna try and jump in the water and shoot some fish. Okay, we're getting all geared up. We threw the anchor. Jake is finally coming in the water this time, along with our girl Maddie. We're super excited because the visibility today looks amazing. So jump in the water with us and let's see what we find. Welcome underwater everyone to Morgan's Mermaid Camp. So we threw the anchor, all four of us are in the water and we are on our first spot. It's a little bit shallower than the rest of the stuff we're going to dive today just to get our lungs warmed up. We are in about 20-25 feet of water and that's Jake. He found a nice Nassau grouper up in a hole right away. From what they told me, it was really far back inside this hole and this hole was kind of like a Swiss cheese cave system. So they were pretty skeptical about shooting it. We didn't want to lose a pole spear and also just waste time. And everything happens for a reason, because while they were debating whether or not they should shoot this grouper in a hole, a school of yellowjack swims by. And Brandon and I waste no time trying to get ourselves a yellowjack. Yellowjack are arguably one of the most underrated fish in the sea, and also Brandon's favorite fish to eat. Yay, Brandon's yellowjack! And while Brandon was dispatching and bleeding his fish out, that same school of yellowjack swam back by to give me a second shot. Here's a closer look, and this guy was not going anywhere because I hit him right in the spine. Right through the spine. And Jake was holding the dive knife, so I just decided to use my slip tip to dispatch the fish. And while Brandon and I were messing around with our yellowjacks underwater, this nice sized shark comes in to check us out. The spot we were on wasn't very big, and this shark really swam up into the water column almost to the surface, so we thought it was probably time we head to a new spot. He like came up to the surface.
Alright, let's get them out before we all get eaten. I love yellowjacks.
Yay! Good job, Brandon. We doubled up on yellowjacks. Okay, back in the boat, we got ourselves two nice yellowjack. We do have some conch back at the house, so I think the yellowjack will pair perfectly with our conch for some ceviche. But the first spot provided us with two beautiful fish. Now I think we're gonna either hop into a different spot or jump on the tow line and hopefully get ourselves some more fish. Good job, everyone! So we decided to hop on the tow line. Brandon, Maddie, and I were in the water while we had our wonderful Captain Jake driving us around. And towing behind the boat is great because you can cover so much ground, and it didn't take us very long at all before I spotted our first fish. And this is why we love hogfish. Not only do they taste good, but oftentimes they make for such an easy shot. This spot was a little bit deeper, about 45 feet, so here's Brandon being a great dive buddy and meeting me halfway down. Thank you. Moving on to our next spot, a few hundred yards away, I saw from the surface what I thought was a black grouper. And as I'm going down, before I get the chance to see what kind of grouper it is, my ears lock up and I'm not able to equalize more. So I point up to Brandon that you need to go shoot this fish because I can't go down any further. And Brandon does shoot the fish, however it's not a holding shot, so he comes off right away. However, since I'm up at the surface, I see which hole he goes into, so shortly after here, Brandon goes back down to try again. Somehow my GoPro turned off, so I missed him actually shooting the fish, but he shoots it and brings it up to the surface, and it's a pretty nice yellowfin grouper.
Not a black.
I definitely had black grouper on my mind though, because the very next fish that I saw was a black grouper that was just sticking its head out of a hole. So of course I'd go down to try and get my black grouper, but fish are just so hit or miss. They're either super dumb here in the Bahamas or they're wicked smart. And this fish popped out of his hole before I even got halfway down and made his way to another very large hole. So Brandon goes down into the new hole or ledge that this black grouper went into. And Brandon stays very cool, calm, and collected down at the bottom. He doesn't want to spook this fish even more. But this wasn't a dumb fish, and he knew what was going on, so he snuck out of the back of this hole or back of the ledge, and I tried to beeline it for him. I chased this grouper for what seemed like forever, expecting him to rock up and go into another hole, but he didn't. Today was not the day that this grouper was going to be my dinner. He was going to live a long, happy life, so I decided to stop, and we moved on.
He's still going. So fast. No, he's still going.
After chasing that black grouper, we hopped on the tow for a little bit until we came across this huge school of fish. This is mainly Bermuda chubs, but mixed in, we saw quite a few Cubera snappers that we were after. Now, Brandon and I were both a little overstimulated, and we kind of separated a bit. We were probably a good 25 yards apart from each other, and I'm after a Cubera snapper that I saw went inside this hole. So as I'm going down, I look up just one more time to make sure that I still see Brandon in my peripheral, and if you see at the top of the screen here, he shot a black grouper. So I'm going to switch over to his GoPro footage to show you his point of view. So as you saw, Brandon shot that black grouper. He was trying to bring the grouper up to the surface, but the grouper still had a lot of life left in him and was making it really hard for Brandon to bring him up. So he saw me in the distance, motioned me over to help with the grouper before it got stuck inside another hole. And this is where we switch back over to my point of view with my GoPro, where I came in from pretty far away to help bring this grouper up to the surface and hand him over to Brandon, who is so stoked about the fish he just shot.
Shot the black.
And I think we all knew it was going to be hard to top this fish today.
You did it! Ah! Oh! Wow!
I told you we just brought the big cooler. There's no Cuberas and dog snapper here to do the same.
I told him to drop the anchor and jump in.
You gotta get insane. I see another one bigger than that.
Heck yes, B, that's what we came for. Okay, we had to take a breather out of the water for a second because of all that crazy life we're seeing. And the man of the hour, look at that beauty.
Big one.
Yes, that's what we came here for. I feel like he could touch 30 pounds, maybe 28, but he's big, he's fat, he's nice. Our cooler almost doesn't have any more room in it. Good job, everyone.
Wow.
Jake just threw the anchor because we're gonna get back in on this spot. Woo!
Man, I really am a dizzy man. Drop some ass at Disneyland. I think Winnie Pooh straight in me hand. I ain't never been an Iggy fan. My L is lit like Missy Man. Threw all my lemons and went and started a gypsy band. Colder than Lake Michigan. I'll get you for a pair of Timbs. Stuck out here like Gilligan. Ain't no one as scared as him. Went home with a pair of twins. That's more like a pair of sins. One night at the Sheraton, we wasted day with carelessness. Trying to do what Ferris did. Don't listen to your parents' kids. Taking shits with a sheriff did, but I'm still a good Samaritan. A clear mind like Claritin can still be in the
Okay, the box is even more filled. I've got my first ever black margate. In addition to all the other fish, we're gonna try one more spot and then we're gonna get some lunch. Good teamwork, everyone.
Life's a joke, it's hilarious. Let's all just calm down. Like, you got work, well, you can call out. Baby, ball out. This is love now. Life's a joke, so let's just calm down. Devils in the doghouse, in the doghouse. You got work, well, you can call out. Baby, ball out. This is love now. Life's a joke, so let's just calm down. Devils in the doghouse, in the doghouse. Well, playing with your friends, climbing where the trees grew. None of that will ever get old, baby, we do. I can see too, getting us a redo. That whip it real cool. Back to hitting preschool. And I'm sitting pretty, listening to swimming, whipping it through the city, getting driven to oblivion. Life's a joke, kid, like Peter Parker posing as the snowman from Frozen. Baby, so it. You got work, well, you can call out. Baby, ball out. This is love now. Life's a joke,
Okay,
so
the
let's
after lunch spot provided. This is one of my best Nassaus I think I've got yet. We're gonna hop in on a couple more spots and see if we can fill this cooler even more.
You got work, well, you can call out. Baby, ball out, this is love now. Life's a joke, so let's just calm down. Devils in the doghouse, in the doghouse.
Morgan's gonna fish print this one. I'm gonna put it on my wall.
That was an action-packed dive day. We're gonna go grab a bite to eat, go home, and maybe I'll do a fish print. Okay guys, we've made it back to the dock. That was such an epic dive day. We've got such a variety of fish. This is such a mixed bag of species we have here. I'm gonna do a couple fish prints. I've never caught or shot a black margate before, so I'm gonna fish print that, and then it's a pretty large triggerfish that Brandon shot, so I think that'll look really cool printed. So we're gonna do that, and then the boys are gonna fillet the rest of the fish. We're gonna give some of it away, we're gonna eat some of it, and stay tuned for the final moments of the video. We've got so many fish, but today I think I'm going to do a fish print of these two guys. This is a pretty large queen triggerfish. I think he's gonna turn out so good. Look at those big teeth he's got. Okay, the boys are off clean fish. We've rinsed off a bunch of our gear. I've got the black margate. I'm gonna do his fish print first, or it might be a girlfish. I'm not too sure, but I've got it all set up. I'm gonna take my black paint on top of it, and you'll come back when I put my rice paper over top of it, and hopefully it turns out cool. I've painted and I've rubbed and I've pressed with my rice paper onto the black margate. Now it's time for the big reveal. This is my first ever black margate, first ever fish print of a black margate, and it looks pretty cool. Yeah. I'm gonna take this guy inside along with the triggerfish that I do. I'm gonna add in an eyeball, trying to add in a little bit of color, and he'll be for sale. Okay, moving on to our second fish, the queen triggerfish. I think this one's gonna turn out so cool. Okay, here we go. Black paint onto the queen triggerfish. He's painted black, and now I'm gonna put my rice paper on him. Okay, big reveal.
Wow.
Wow, he looks pretty cool. I'm so excited. I'm gonna add an eye and possibly add some color to him, and I think he'll turn out extremely well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hit the link in my bio if you want to buy any fish prints. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time. Bye! First ever bonus feature. This was not in our lottery for tonight. This is special edition off the dock with the pole spear. I'm gonna print him up really fast. This is crazy. Look how big his teeth are. We just weighed this guy. He weighs 41 pounds. This is the guy.
Off the dock.
That's the guy
At
who
night.
shot him. This is so crazy. I'm dabbing all the extra paint off. Then we're gonna put a nice big sheet over top of him, and he's gonna turn out super cool. And now I'm putting the sheet down, and hopefully it's gonna turn out to be a super cool print. Okay, drop.
Very nice, very nice.
Okay, hold, yeah, keep your hand right there so the wind doesn't pick it up. Okay, let go with that hand. Everyone, it's time for the big reveal. We're gonna do 2 prints, so this is one of 2. Massive 41-pound Cubera. I did all black ink on a sheet, and let's see how he turned out.
Wow. Your shadow. Your shadow.
Hold on. Weird. So yeah, maybe this
Okay,
way.
perfect.
Oh my god.
Okay. Amazing. This is take 1 of 2. He looks pretty cool. Let's go do another one. Okay. Thank you. Here we go.
Very nice. Very nice. How much?
Okay, headlamp's going off. The big reveal.
It's gonna be huge.
Look at the toother.
Holy Moses.
Wow.
Biscuits.
Oh, this one's really good.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wow. This looks pretty cool. Okay, that's all. Bye.